Welcome to the video lecture for the subject Care and Maintenance of Textiles. Today we are going to see about the continuation of Unit 1, which is of Water, Soaps and Detergents, Part 3. The next topic in Unit 1 is Hot Process Soap. In last class we saw about the different formation of soap. The major two formations of soap, the methods of forming the soap are hot process and cold process. In the earlier class, we discussed about the cold process soap. Now we'll see about the hot process soap making. Initially, add all the ingredients to make a soap to a pot and then place it over a heat source such as stove and stir frequently until the soap goes through various stages. The excess water in the solution is evaporated off and the soap is ready to use once it is cold. While they have their differences, both cold and hot process soap are similar in three different areas, such as both requires the preparation of a lye solution. This lye solution can be prepared by dissolving NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, or KOH, potassium hydroxide, beads or flakes in a distilled water. In some cases, milk, tea and fruit juices can also be used. Both require that the oils are prepared, which includes melting fats and mixing them with liquid oils. Both require that the lime and the oils are combined, and at that time the emulsion takes place. Hot process soap is also made with oils and lyes, but instead of stick blending which we used in cold process, here it is mixed in heat in a slow cooker, somewhere between 140 degree Fahrenheit to 176 degree Fahrenheit. That slow cooker helps the batter to go through saponification until the soap reaches gel phase. It takes around 1 to 2 hours to complete this saponification process. Unlike cold process soap, the essential oils or fragrances or additives are added after the gel phase. The soap batter is thick and lumpy and is poured into a soap mold after saponification has finished. From there, it hardens into a soap bar. The soap which is made using this hot process has a rustic appearance and it doesn't look as polished and finished as cold process soap. It is difficult to do swirls and designs in this hot process soap. Cold process soap heats from inside and out, but hot process soap heats from outside in. Unlike cold process soap that lasts for 4 to 6 weeks, hot process soap can be used immediately after it hardens. However, by giving it a week or so, the bar can harden up and allow an opportunity for the water to evaporate and will make a harder and long-lasting bar. There are many advantages of hot process soap. One is being the shortened cure time. We can almost use immediately after they have hardened. But it is mostly avoided because the look isn't as clean and polished as cold process soap. The scents tend to last longer in hot process soap since they are added after saponification, that is the chemical reaction between the lye and the oils. Now we'll see about the composition of soap. Soap is made from a combination of fatty acids and alkalis. Both animal fats, that is tallow, and vegetable oil are used in the manufacture of soap. Naphtha and little minerals such as paraffin oil may be added to help in its cleansing properties and the removal of grease. Resin and naphthenic acids obtained from petroleum may also be added to improve the effectiveness of the soap. The chief alkalis used in soap manufacture are caustic soda and caustic potash. Starch is added to make the soap firm. Generally, 2% of starch is a safe quantity to use for the soap. In the cold process soap, up to 20% of starch is added. Soapstone or French chalk is often used as filling agent to the extent of 15 to 20%. Salt is used for graining the soap out from a mixture of oil and alkali. The usual proportion is 100 parts of oil to 12.5 parts of salt. Water is present in all soaps. The percentage varies in different soaps. Types of soap. Now we'll see about the different types of soap. Depending upon the nature of alkali used in the production of soap, they are classified into two types, that they are hard soap and soft soap. Hard soap. The sodium salt of long chain fatty acid is known as hard soap. It is difficult to dissolve in water. It is used as laundry soap. Hard soaps are made using sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH or lye. Hard soaps are especially good cleansers in hard water that contains magnesium chloride and calcium ions. Soft soap. The potassium salt of long chain fatty acid is known as soft soap. It is called a soft soap because it produces more lather or foams than hard soap. It is used as toilet soap and shaving soap. Soft soap is made using potassium hydroxide KOH rather than sodium hydroxide NaOH. Soapless detergent. A modern detergent is sometimes called as soapless soap or a soapless detergent. Soapless detergent is a synthetic cleaning agent distilled from petroleum based, that is petrochemical, and oil and fat based oleochemical substances. These are made from chemicals that are produced synthetically in a chemical factory, hence it is called as synthetic detergent. Its advantage is that no insoluble salt, that is scum, is formed because the calcium and magnesium salts of it are soluble. So modern detergents, example like washing liquids, give a lather with any water, which is more acceptable for dishwashing. Modern soap powders contain chemical agents to stop the scum precipitates forming, effectively incorporating a water softener. Soap fuel detergents are very much like soap in appearance and use and are now being widely used as soap substitutes. These are derived from fats and oils, petroleum and benzene in solution. These detergents form liquid of varying degrees of alkanate. All soapless detergents have the advantage of not reacting with the water hardness, so they wash equally well in hard water and soft water. These soapless detergents can also be used in water that has acid or salt added, that is for washing colored articles where the dye tends to run. Unlike soap-based cleansers, the chemical composition of soapless detergent prevents the formation of soap scum when combined with hard water. Soapless detergents may be found in industrial cleansers, household cleansers, and even personal care products. Soapless detergent is not considered as friendly to the environment as soap-based cleanser because it takes longer to break down and be reabsorbed once it is washed away. Soapless detergents are not environmental friendly because this increases the time during which it may be ingested by fish or other wildlife. Much of the negative attention given to soapless detergents is focused on the presence of phosphorus in the form of phosphates. While phosphates are a plant nutrient, excessive levels of phosphates in a body of water can increase algae growth and create an imbalance in the ecosystem. For this reason, the presence of phosphates in certain types of soapless detergents, such as laundry detergent, is regulated in many countries. Thank you.